Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance Annette for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're about to go into what we were shipping out today on Wednesday. So yeah, it's like 8 or 9 or 10 items. We'll see when we get into it. All right, the first thing is a lot of 31 Warhammer 40K spare bits for Space Marines. I think these are a lot of like jetpacks and stuff like that right there. Just a bunch of these little bits and pieces. Yeah, I always like to pick up miniature bits and pieces. I'll always list them. A lot of people passing this stuff. This sold for $20 plus shipping. We do plus shipping with everything, so I'll just save us all the time by saying it once right now. All right, next up is a War Machine figure that I sold. Yesterday, I listed about 93 different War Machine and miniature pieces, so it's pretty cool to start getting some sales in. I have a decent amount of knowledge of it. Let me see which one this one is. All right, this is Commandant Sorsha Kartakov. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm saying that correctly. I have to stare at it. So there it is right there. This one ended up selling for $15.99. I actually have a note because I did a bulk buy and I wanted to keep track of this bulk buy for myself. And I guess it's kind of interesting when people are watching. I spent $4 on this one. All right, next up is a combo order for 2 more War Machine figures. All right, this one is going to be Cygnar Captain Jeremiah Crane Cavalry Warcaster. So the special thing about Warcasters is each person... It's a 2-player game where you're dueling against each other. You each get to pick one Warcaster, and they have all these special abilities. If your Warcaster goes down, you lose, and I think if you kill enough enemies of the other opponents, you win. So there's a couple ways to win this game. So yeah, people like the special characters. This one, plus they got a War Machine Protectorate of Menoth High Exemplar Cyrenia. That's also a different Warcaster. The Menoth people are kind of like these holy figures, and then the Cygnar, I think, are supposed to be represented by British or something like that. I think loosely. This is like a steampunk miniature game. These sold for $49.58. All right, next up is a PC game. This one's sealed. If you've been watching long enough, you know that we sell a bunch of PC games. All right, this is PGA Tour 486 by EA Sports right there. So yeah, we grab a bunch of these. This one then I'm selling for $18 to a repeat buyer. So it's pretty cool that we usually get repeat buyers for PC games. When you list a bunch of unique, interesting ones like this, you do eventually get people to come back, or at least we have. That's all I can say about that. All right, next up is a really cool chessboard. I do like to pick up any unique chessboards. This is going to be it right here. This one folds and snaps open. I'll show the pieces in just a second. But yeah, I'll grab anything that I feel like looks unique and stuff. People do love chessboards. They also do really well on the holidays. I just grab them whenever. I haven't actually found many chessboards in a bit, but yeah, I probably have a bunch listed right now. I'm not sure how many. But yeah, this one sold for $20. It's light wood. It's a travel one. And then, yeah, the inside looks really nice. This is what kind of sold me when I was sourcing for this. There's the white pieces, the black pieces, the felt inside. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so $20 for that one. It's not too bad. I usually only pay a couple bucks for chessboards. They do take up a lot of space, but it's not a big deal. All right, next up is another War Machine miniature packet. This right here. This is the Horde, so they're fantasy version. This is Circle of Orboros. These are Warp-born Skinwalkers. They're just these big wolves with these huge axes that they're holding. These ones are metal. I forget exactly the difference, but there are some resin ones, plastic, and then there's the metal ones. So these sold for $23.99. I spent $3.75 on that one. So yeah, I just took all the items I got from the big bulk buy I got. I did record a video by myself. I don't know if we're going to post it because it's, I think, a really bad scrappy one. So let me know down in the comments below if you want me to post it, or at least Annette post it. She does all the editing and all the work on the video. So yeah, let us know down below if you want to see a scrappy one of me going through the big purchase of all the War Machine stuff. All right, next up is a little miniature. This is I don't know if it's going to be able to focus on it. This is going to be a D&D Cleric metal pewter miniature or something. All right, it's not going to focus. This is, yeah, it's a priest right there holding up a cross. This sold for $7. We come across random bits and pieces from miniatures. Sometimes I'll list them individually. Sometimes they'll go as a group. That I know an RPG person, like a dungeon master or something, is going to use that figure to represent whatever figure they want for their campaign. So I know people like the individuals. So that's why I didn't bulk that one up, even though it only went for $7. All right, next up is Bill Nye the Science Guy. This is the Flight DVD. This particular thing made me crack up because yesterday when I was listing a ton of different miniatures, I heard the eBay cha-ching go off, and I was like, oh, I wonder what miniatures sold, because I had listed 40 or 50 at that point, and then it was Bill Nye the Science Guy DVD. So I thought it was going to be a miniature and just happened to be him. Really cool stuff. We watched this, or at least I did in school. This one actually looks like it was from a library. I think my library did not have the ability to rent out DVDs and stuff. I think I was just too old for that to be part of our library. But yeah, we go to our current library a lot now. You can get video games, DVDs, books, comics. There's a lot of stuff. Every library is different. Ours doesn't have board games, sadly, though. I wish they did. A lot of libraries have board games. That was $14.40. All right, next up is the last combo order for Warmachine. This one is Cask Imp. These are a faction called the Grimkin. I actually did not remember these when I was into Warmachine and Horde. So yeah, these ones I did not recognize them. This is Madcaps right here. These are for Horde, so the fantasy version. These right here sold for $44.98 to a repeat buyer, which is awesome. Like I said in a video or two ago, we get a lot of repeat buyers. So I think when I was looking up the Grimkin faction, I think there's only 27 particular SKUs or items that are sold, and I think that's when the game was canceled. I think in 2017. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's why those sold. Those were technically the first ones of all the miniatures I listed yesterday sold. I paid, I believe, $3.75 for each of those. So that was into $44.98. Excuse me. All right, last thing is Andre Netrunner, Sonny LeBeau, Security Specialist, alt art card right here. So yeah, this is going to be a promo card. This is for a neutral runner. This is a really cool card game. It's one of the best card games I've ever played. I think like fans are making stuff for this game now, but yeah, this just happens to be a promo. This sold for $6 to a repeat buyer, so they probably bought some other Netrunner stuff from me, saved up some money, grabbed another promo, or maybe they're making a different deck. This is basically a card game where one person plays a runner, and they're trying to hack and steal agenda cards, and then the corporation's trying to score those agenda cards. So each side actually plays asymmetrically, so they play with different rules, and then you swap after one person wins. You then take out your corporation and they take out their runner and they're trying to hack you then. And then there's like a point system for the whole match, if that makes sense. All right, so yeah, that's everything on Wednesday. There was one other thing that sold on the way coming back from the storage unit, but I'll just get into that tomorrow. So yeah, a ton of Warmachine miniatures, which is great because I just spent like $150 on a huge slot for them. As you can tell, I've gotten a lot of the money after fees. I'm not like in the profit yet, but I still have a bunch listed, and I'm listing a ton of other like miniatures that I bought during a bulk buy. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at our shop down below. But yeah, it's Wednesday, middle of the week. Have a good one.